good morning again to those who joined us today. Thank you for being with us for this warm announcement that we have for our channel. So today, this call will be recorded, as Maria mentioned to you. We are very pleased to have you all in the room. I see more than 35 people already join us. Let me introduce first myself for those who don't know me, at least by face. I'm Boris Shotkevich, the MC3 Caribbean Director. So I'm today very pleased to join this room, and I will be your presenter for the starting of this call. So we've been working a lot on this event and on this launch. It's very strategic information we're going to deliver today exclusively to our channel so far. So welcome to the MC3 Club, and glad to be with you today. So today the topic of our call is, can you imagine being able to sell all over the Caribbean and far beyond if need, whenever, wherever? Let me tell you how this is possible from now. First of all, what are the challenges today in our markets? The market is really shifting very quickly today. What we see is information taken from McKinsey, so it's not mine, it's not Microsoft, it's McKinsey, an individual auditor, says that first of all, 250% increase in web or app, mobile app purchase. So the trend is not anymore a trend, it's just a rush. Then you have 30% of increase for customer preference to place order through web or mobile app. So today, the preference is not anymore, hey, let me send you an email. No, people want to have the same experience they have when they go on Amazon or any website to place an order for something. They want the very seamless experience. They want the nice experience. They want the nice picture. That's what they want. Also, that doesn't affect only the consumer side, but the business to business side is really impacted by this, because people want to find again what they have in their personal life. They want to find it now in the business side. So 41% of B2B resellers says e-commerce is their most effective sales route. So we've seen it, we've experienced it as a distributor MC3 we are. 6 years from now, people would never believe when we said tomorrow everybody is going to place orders through a portal with MC3, because we are very specialized in operations. We have people who are very, very well known for that, who have big knowledge on that. Guess what? Today, everybody is placing orders through our portals, web portals. So this is once again affecting business. And to end with the figures, 35% of B2B buyers are willing to spend 500,000 more in a single transaction through an online sales channel. So those figures just point at one thing. Today, business people want the digital experience. So what we have been through today, we offer you to go through the same. Basically, what we offer to you is what can be so-called white labeling for the entire CSP catalog that we have. That means that, as we will see, within a few moments, you can provide the same experience to your customers that MC3 offers to you today. So the offer, we named it the Cloud Master, and you will see why this resonates a lot. The solution is to responding your customers' growing needs of self-service, speed, and reduced number of transactions. That's the only way to become their favorite vendor, because they will go to the seamless experience. They will go to the easiest way to order. They will go to the nice picture order. So today you can sign up. The product is in our storefront. You can subscribe to this offer named Cloud Master. And what it will do, it will increase the self-service capabilities according to your needs and to your customer needs. Pleasant and familiar buying experience. I just talked about it. Full transparency of their order, subscription, and other consumption. That's what we offer to you today. You will offer it to your customers tomorrow. Autonomy on purchasing and spending. That's what you have today. Your customers will have it tomorrow through you. Accelerated path to manage their profile and relationship with you. Guess what? Once an end customer has this experience with you, he won't go anywhere else to shop around because he has the seamless experience. He can place order and you will see how easy it can be. What are the features that we offer? We offer you to get your own brand identity. So what will happen? And you will see it afterwards. We have prepared for you a demo. You will just disclaim what you will see in the demo sometime. So easily apply your brand look and feel. So your customers who know your brand, who know your logos, who know your color shapes, will have the same visibility on you. Will identify themselves. Oh, I need to buy through my usual reseller. I know his logo, I know his color, I know his price. It will be yours. SEO ready. You can integrate your own URL or use ours. You can integrate with Google Analytics. So you have all the tools in hands. End-to-end purchase, give your customer a full service purchase experience with a quick and pleasant process. Then they'll come back for more when they need. They will be able to manage the subscription. So your customer can manage, add, edit, cancel any subscription of theirs from the same single point of website. Okay, at the same moment, they have the autonomy. And autonomy means they can buy 24/7, means they can provision 24/7 in case they need. So guess what? Your customer who already has 250 seats needs one additional one. It doesn't need to reach out to you. It just needs to go on the portal, place an additional user. That's it. He can provision it. His user can work. That's the kind of experience your customers will have. Then you have the pricing and product catalog management. That's your side, because you want to be able to manage your way the things you sell. So you want access to the entire catalogs that we provide you today. So the catalogs that you see in your storefront today, you will be able to display them all or not, depending on what you want. So just a matter of a few clicks. It's completely very easy to use. I've been testing it myself, and Oscar, our Cloud Master person, has been challenging the tool from all the sides. Believe me, seamless experience. You can apply your own markup, and you can create general customer based price list. So basically, we offer you very easy to set up tool that you can expose in a matter of minutes or hours, depending on your ability to provide the few elements you will need, like your logo, choose your color, choose your markup, choose how you expose it or not. And that's it. You are exposed to the entire Caribbean and not only to the country you live in. So enough talk. I think now it's time to see exactly what means the Cloud Master for you guys. Oscar Vargas, who is with us today, who is our cloud coordinator for the entire MC3 group, will in a moment show you exactly what we talk about pragmatically. I've been giving you theories, but you want to see how things happen. I take advantage to be in that room also and to see that there is an entire MC3 audience in there. So just let me introduce you to some of, maybe you don't know, Summer Pablo, who is our accounting manager. There is Maria Fernandez, who is marketing, who organize all these nice events, who is sending you some email blasts, who is sending you some information. There's Adriana Parchment, who is our Azure specialist, who can help you for any Azure stuff. In the room, you have also some people from operations. You have Anessa, Rodolfo, and Summer Telfer. We have Karen Group. Hello, Karen, who is in Great Britain these days. So good afternoon.
Hi.
Hi. We have, of course, our territory managers who will help you with that. So for West Indies too, that we call, which is Jamaica and abroad, Kayla Bogle with us. Hi, Kayla, and Shaila, who is with us
for everyone.
Hey, Kayla. And Shaila Ellis, who is managing our West Indies one part of the commercial side. And finally,
Hi, good morning.
Good morning, Shaila. And finally,
Morning.
Luis Guzman, who is with us today, who manages the Dominican Republic section. So, Oscar, the floor is yours. Enough for me.
Boris?
Yes.
Thanks, Boris. Let's do this.
Pleasure.
So, okay, guys, as Boris mentioned, enough talk. Let's try to take a look at things in action. So let me share my screen. Just guys, let me know when you can see it. All right. So, all right. So let me just expand this a little bit. Okay. So, as Boris mentions, today you basically have the MC3 Cloud storefront. This is a demo environment, so this is a disclaimer for everyone just to, if you see something that is not supposed to be here, it's a demo environment. If you see any price that it's not supposed to be there, it's a demo environment. So all this information again is just for demoing purposes. So this is kind of as I understand it, this is a demo environment. This is a replica of our cloud storefront website. As you would think, most of you today, hopefully all of you today, have access to this website and are able to manage and place your orders and manage your orders for your customer subscriptions and assets as well. All that has to do with, for example, Big Titan services or Microsoft CSP perpetual software. So everything can be managed directly from this website today, from the MC3 website. And as you know, well, if you go to your subscriptions, you can manage your customer subscriptions. You can see all the subscriptions of your customers right here. Adobe, in this case, Microsoft, for example, for all your customers. And I wanted to take advantage just to let you know that we have modified the view of the subscriptions page as well. We did some changes, but they were not very good at that moment, so we decided to go back to the previous filtering option. So just for you to know. Going to the topic at hand, as you can see, well, you can manage your subscriptions from here. You can, just search for a customer, and then you can see all the subscriptions of that customer. You can see if they're active. You can filter by active, etc. So this is your experience. So this is from where you manage your customer subscriptions. This is where you place orders. This is where you do everything. So what we basically provided you today is that if you go to your account in your storefront after acquiring our Cloud Master service, then you're going to have this small button right here called My Storefront. So as you can see, it's already linked. It's kind of like our standard, our white labeling model, let's say, the Cloud Master. It's
Oscar, I
just an
didn't see
extension.
where you purchased the service.
Oh, you want to see where you purchase the services?
Yeah,
Well,
buddy.
basically, it's very, very easy. Well, as most of our resellers would know, it's right here. You just basically search for the service. That's all you got to do. So let's say you're searching for Office 365. You just do a search for the product.
No, but for the Cloud
you can
Master,
get-
how do you choose to buy the Cloud Master?
Yeah,
Right.
sure. So for example, well, right now, of course, as this is one of our feature products, you're going to be able to find it over here in the feature product right after you sign into our website. This is where you're going to find the Cloud Master offering. I was going to leave this for the last, Boris.
No. We want people to see it
It's
before
all
and
right.
after.
It's all right. So you're going to be able to see a little bit of the information, of course, that we're sharing to you with you right here. All the features of the product, and then again, you will be able to order this from here. If you want to let me be of a demo, or if you have any questions specifically to your purchasing scenarios, etc., that you don't want to expose here today, Feel free to coordinate a call directly with with your MC3 account manager, and they will be able to coordinate the respective calls with internal teams that will be glad to guide you on your Cloud Master journey. Okay. So this is how you get it, and as you can see, you basically uh, can request this offering the same way that you do any other product. You just basically go for the Cloud Master, you add it to the basket, and then you finalize the purchase. Going back to what I was saying, again, what does this give you? Basically gives you the integrated experience of the features of the storefront right there. So you just have to go to the My Storefront section, and this is going to take you to your storefront management site. And as you can see right here, you get a very simple view of general statistics. You're going to get product mix. Right now, you don't have any information right here, given that we don't have as many subscriptions as we have in the production environment, for example. But then you're going to have unexecuted orders details. You're going to have submitted order details and self-registered customers, because the website will allow you to allow your customers to self-register if you wish to. Again, this is a feature that you can enable or disable. This is, as you can see, it's very simple. Then you have the marketplace. You have well, right now it says MC3 demo. This is where the catalog exists. And it's, again, you're going to be able to see the entire MC3 product catalog available for you to place or publish, let's say, in your storefront. You're going to be, and it's very simple, as you can see. It just has two tabs. It's unlisted products. So this is the entire MC3 catalog. And then which of these products are listed in your published storefront. And this is where the listed products comes in. So for example, you see I have these products listed here. I have added a markup on them, and then I can see they're published. And I can see the different billing cycles that I have enabled in the storefront. If I wanted to purchase, for example, if I wanted to enable, sorry, let's say I want to enable, I don't know, let's say this one, SQL Server Standard Core to License Pack. I want to enable it and I want to show it in my storefront. So all I got to do is I can easily click this, or maybe a bunch of products right here. Instead of having to go individually into each one of them, maybe I can select a few of them and then click Actions and then Add Selected to the catalog. And then I just add a markup. So let's say I'm going to add a 100% markup. That'll be a great markup. So just I'm going to say the markup, and then I say okay, and that's it. As you can see, very easily. I can take the products here, and now they're here. As you can see, they're not published. So all I got to do is basically go to the actions and publish my catalog. Once I publish the catalog, as you can see, it's very easy. Okay, all these products have been published in your storefront to your customers. Before we go to the customer's experience, well, I can show you here as well. You can manage the customer accounts. This is actually a functionality that today you don't have in our storefront. For example, you don't have a chance to edit the billing address or phone number, website address if after you have maybe submitted an order. With this new Cloud Master offer, you will be able to do so. And not just that, then again, from here, this is where you can see and you can manage your customer accounts a little bit, let's say, with more details than what you do today in our storefront. And you can manage the access of that company to your storefront. So for example, as you can see right here, I have my customer Stark Industries. I have a very simple toggle. So does the orders or do the orders that they place require approval from me or not? And if yes, then you just leave this toggled on. If you say no, I want this customer to fully dispose of my credit limit with MC3, okay, then I can toggle these off. Right, and then every order that this customer is going to place in your storefront is going to go and be placed through MC3's systems based on your credit line with MC3, of course. What else you can see? You can see the orders of the customer, and as Boris mentioned, you can even create a special pricing for the offers that this customer can see on their storefront. So you can do this directly from here. Again, if you go into the customer and you say, hey, I want to manage the subscriptions of this customer, if you click manage subscriptions, the system is going to take you directly into the customer, the MC3 experience, because at the end, that's the idea. Your storefront is just an additional part of the MC3 of your MC3 cloud storefront experience. Okay.
So Oscar, if I understand, I am a reseller. I apply to the Cloud Master. Do I inherit of all the customers I see in my storefront today in my personal storefront, or do I have to recreate them?
Nope, everything is already going to be there. All the subscriptions of your customers, every subscription that you already have here is going to be here, as you can see, because at the end, again, the experience is you manage the storefront on one side, and then if you want to manage the subscription, you still do that directly in the MC3 the storefront. It's a seamless experience in that sense.
So it's an extension. It's an extension of my existing.
Exactly. That's the correct word. It's an extension of features of your current storefront access. Okay.
Okay.
So let's go back again. Let me just hit the back button. I think it's going to be easier. All right. So here I can see, as I was telling you, I can manage the customers, and of course, as Boris was saying, all the settings. As you would think, a lot of the offers that we have seen, or even competition products around the world, as you know, these kind of products or these kind of systems usually require coding. That's one of the main advantages of our offering. There is no coding required right here. So as you can see, you can set up your storefront. You can give it a company name. You can even get your own storefront URL. For example, from the MC3 side, we're going to give you like a subdomain or a sub extension, like a specific, very special place on our storefront for your storefronts, the one that your customers are going to access. But we can also allow you to put your own URL. So if you wish, you can have your own URL installed in our servers, and of course with some SSL certificate, because again, this is going to be very important when you provide a website to your customers. You definitely want your customers' experience to be secured. So you can we can help you set it up before you go live. And Google Universal Analytics, as Boris was saying, you can just put your ID here, and that's it. So save the page, and that's it. You can change you can play around with certain settings, anonymous access to your storefront. If you wish people to be able to anonymously access your storefront, do you want to show those prices to those anonymous users? Up to you. And then again, self-registration. If you wish your customers to be able to self-register, or if you want to manage the registration yourself directly. You can do rebranding of the storefront. Very simple, as Boris mentioned. It actually takes a few minutes as long as you have all what is required. When it says all is required, for example, you can see I can manage the logo. So I can put the logo over here, just uploading the image. If I want to change the banners, I have different banner options. I can switch between these three types, these three templates, and I can also just add the images, text, a URL if you want people that, to be redirected somewhere else whenever they click on your banner image. As simple as that. No coding required. You can modify colors. You can modify sections on links colors. You can modify button colors, hover buttons, etc. And of course, you can modify the contact us in terms of use section. So you can put your own terms of use on your storefront. Enough for rebranding. You have the contact us page. Again, very similar experience. All you got to do, you can place a banner over here and then add your contact information, a company address, city, website map, and we even provide some social media options that you can enable directly from here. Again, no coding required.
Yeah, this looks obvious, but believe me, we've been looking around many platforms, and none has this no-code 100% experience. I know we are talking to IT people there, but not all of you are coding specialists. I am not. I've been learning, but I could not create from scratch something. And there, the offer is to go live without the need of having a developer in-house or to hire a developer that we have seen in any other platform, basically.
Exactly. And that's one of the main things that we have tried to keep also on our storefront, and the fact that you have a familiar experience or something, not that you have to learn an entire brand new system. Instead, trying to keep our website like a very web like e-commerce similar experience everywhere. What we call an Amazon-like experience, for example, an eBay-like experience. So, of course, there is some technicalities in terms of the type of business that we do, but we try to keep our website in that sense. We try to keep a kind of a familiar experience. And then, of course, the idea of
And I need,
of the Cloud
sorry to
Master is
interrupt.
passing that.
Yeah, but also not to mention you access to our storefront as IT people versus IT people. The intention with the Cloud Master is that you go to end customers who are maybe working in airports, in shops, in dentists, in whatever. So those people are not IT people. They want to have the nice experience, Amazon-like, eBay-like, call it whatever you want, but they want to have this kind of seamless and friendly experience. So that is what you can offer today with that. And sorry for interruption, Oscar.
No problem. No problem. So, and again, for those of you, as Boris mentioned, we are in an IT model, so we're in the IT business, and I'm pretty sure we also have our IT people, and we would like to tweak things a little bit, maybe change something here and there, and then that's for that we provide advanced settings, and you can place JavaScript, for example, plugins if you want to add. Maybe no, I don't know, maybe a support widget from another tool, maybe your contact widget or WhatsApp widgets on your website. You can do this using the header and footer. So you can add some JavaScript right here. As you can see right here, there's some demo footer JavaScript. So you can do that as well. So we provide you with this quite nice functionality. Notifications, of course, the system is going to handle your own email address. That's another point. So the system is going to be able to send emails related to what your customer is doing. Today, well, you can set up your email right here, as you can see, so that way your customer does not receive any email from MC3. It will receive emails from you. It will access your website with your name, with your domain, with your certificate. So the experience of the customer is going to be your experience, not the MC3 experience. Okay. Notifications, we have very simple notifications. When the customer, for example, when you have to send an activation link so the customer get access to the storefront, when the customer tries to get a password reset because they forgot the password, etc. There is, of course, notifications of the orders. This is actually maybe the most important ones. When they place an order through your storefront, then of course you want the customer to get some sort of email confirmation about the order that they placed, thanking them for the order, and then of course an alert email maybe informing you that, for example, there is no enough credit or your balance in your storefront does not allow them to place the order. So you want these orders to be executed, and therefore you have to receive an alert in order to approve those orders. So those are the two email notifications, and you can modify them. That's the good advantage of this. If you want to modify the text, you can modify the text. You can add some more text over here, and then you can see a preview and then send some test email. So there's some workarounds about this. You can do. They're already there. Everything is done by MC3 already for you. But again, it's just you can customize these things. That's the good advantage of this. Again, the email template, you can put a header style and you can put some footer. So that way, every notification is going to have the same format, giving you a little bit more of company identity. Sorry. All right. And okay, and then of course API credentials. That's a very important aspect of well, right now I'm as you can see I don't have any, But this is a very important aspect. We give you access via API to the MC3 information of your customer orders, of your customer subscriptions. This way, for example, if you want to integrate, which is a very common scenario, honestly, when you want to integrate, today you receive an email from MC3 every time you place an order for a customer, you create a subscription, then you get an invoice, right? In this invoice, you receive it by email and you receive a PDF file, okay? But let's say you want to integrate this invoice directly into your billing system so that your billing system can invoice your customer based on your rules. So that integration is possible with API, through the API calls that we have provided through this methodology. So this is one of the most important things of or benefits, let's say, of the cloud offer. Okay. And so as you see, it's very simple. It's just a few clicks here and there, and you have your storefront running. And what does the storefront look like? Well, I didn't put much attention on mine, but this is just imagine your look text store. And you gave a banner, you put some text over here. Then of course you have some feature products that you want to show on your storefront. This is your customer's storefront. As you see, it's very, very similar to yours. So they can manage, they can see all the apps and services that are available through your catalog. They can purchase directly from here. They can view the price that you have set up on those products. They can also manage their subscriptions. So when they place an order and they can see the subscriptions, they can manage the subscriptions right here. Exactly the same experience that you guys have today in the MC3 storefront. Very simple, right? They can do almost everything that you can do. So they can see the details of the subscription. They can see the quantity, their unit price, of course, the price that you have charged the customer for this. They can see activation dates, exactly the same things that you guys do. They can cancel add-ons, they can disable auto renewal, cancel an Adobe order. So they have very similar functions as you have, right? And same thing for the assets and same for in the billing section. This is where it changes because again, remember, our model does not do invoicing today for your customers. At the end, this is not the idea. The idea is to help your customers place the orders, and then you will have to send the invoice to your customers through any other means or through your own accounting systems. But then here you can manage on the billing side, you can manage the orders of those customers. So you can see they can manage their own orders as well. They can view subscriptions as well. So very simple view, as you can see. And a very good important point, it's our developers are already working, which is actually a feature that we have heard that it's going to call the attention and a lot of people could make a lot of very good use about it, is credit card payment gateways methodology. So that basically means that our storefront is going to be able, or you're going to be able to configure your payment gateway. If you have some merchant services with your bank, with your local banks or a bank outside, and you want to provide credit card payment options to your customers through your storefront, then this is going to be available hopefully by the end of this year.
Do you have any specification of which provider will be accepted, like Stripe, I suppose? And
I don't have the entire list yet because there's a big list today of payment providers that our developers have already integrated with the MC3 storefront. So the idea is basically to just to keep that going down to the cloud master level. So
of course,
as soon as we have the entire list of all the payment gateways that are going to be available, then of course we will let you know. Stripe is definitely going to be there. Authorize.net, I'm pretty sure it's going to be there. PayPal is also going to be there. PayPal is also another very popular option. So they're going to be there on the storefront as well for everyone to see.
What that means in terms of your interest, because you don't want to subscribe to this just to be pleasant to MC3. That means that tomorrow you'll be able to expose yourself to any prospect, not only customers that you already have, but also new customers that you don't know. But the simple fact to provide the offer online, you will be maybe the only one in Trinidad, in Jamaica, in Barbados, I don't know, wherever, to be able to expose your offers to general audience without risk once the payment online gateway will be applied, which is expected anytime soon. I think it's one of the biggest development, the mandatory and prioritized from our platform vendor. So expect it to come soon. Of course, it comes with a cost, but since you expose outside, you can build your own cost based on that, and based on having local availability, local everything, basically.
Yeah, and again, we'll definitely be adding more and more features as the time passes. Again, the main idea is to keep things simple for your customers, not to add too many complexity in terms of ordering, not to have to, sometimes when you go to an offer like this or to any other website, the purchasing experience is usually complicated because it's like learning a brand new system. It's like learning a brand new piece of software. So that experience, what we have been trying to do with this model, also our storefront, is keep that simple, familiar, user-friendly experience. And I think we have been able to achieve a little bit of that in the Cloud Master offer as well. So we're
And
ready.
this is hosted by yourself, correct? So there is no cost of hosting to be hidden or whatever.
Yeah, well, of course, so I'm sure you're going to talk about cost maybe, but yeah, from a few facts, very actually, I think I have a presentation right here real quick, but I'm just going to give you this one right here. Well, you know the concept, but then this is the facts that I wanted to show you today. It's developed and supported by Interworks.cloud. Interworks is a very, very popular company in terms of marketplace or e-commerce marketplace development in all the world. Basically, it's one of the biggest Microsoft cloud developers as well. Marketplace experiences I'm talking about. The services, everything that you see here, even the MC3, everything that you see from MC3 on the storefront in the cloud solution provider model for Microsoft, for example, on the Adobe VIP marketplace business, everything is supported by Microsoft Azure. It's all is hosted in MC3 Azure Plan services. They are daily backed up. And of course, we take advantage of all the multiple security policies and all the everything that prevents basically unauthorized access to our Azure environment, IP access, MFA, conditional policies, etc. So those are few facts that you definitely want to have. And last but not least from me, I just go all the way down because, well, you already see everything here in action. Well, very important. Actually, it's a question over there in the chat. The price or the currency. The currencies today is in USD. It's basically the same currency that MC3 charges you. So it's USD currency only. There's no possibility today as to adding multiple currencies. Again, you can add a markup per product. You can add a markup also based on your customer. You have access to all the entire MC3 catalog, as you were able to see. And credit card payment gateways, as I was telling you. And this is actually very important to know. Give me 1 second. Reporting. Reporting is actually a very good point. And so as I was telling you, the API is going to provide you a lot of information so you can extract it. Or you can also remember, because you still have the option if you are inside your storefront. Let me just go back here. I go to the MC3 demo storefront right here. This is today you already have when, for example, if you want to do subscriptions, you can have an Excel report. Always look for these Excel image in your storefronts. This allows you to export all the information that you're seeing in Excel, and then you can manage it or manipulate it easier. For example, you want to see active subscriptions for a specific customer. You can do this right here, like this. Very simple filters, and then you see your active subscriptions. But let's say if you want to manage your entire subscriptions list and then program certain things, maybe for example renewals, etc., you definitely want to bring this to your Excel file, download it to Excel, and then you'll be able to play around with the dates in Excel, filter some things, and then do whatever you need, for example, to manage your renewals, for example. Okay.
Okay. Kisha has a question for you, Oscar. Can we see the invoice as well as the order ID numbers, like as the invoice number?
Let me see if I get your question, Keisha. You're talking about your MC3 invoice? If that is so, then
You can
again,
open your
remember,
mic,
everything is
Kisha.
accessible at the beginning.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we do.
Okay. Hi, good morning, everybody. What I mean is that I know in the list, it's been a little challenging if we don't record the order numbers from you guys. So I'm just wondering if it's possible to have on the listing for order processes to see the MC3 invoice number as well.
Okay.
If
As
it's
of
not
today,
possible,
I,
it's
as of
fine.
today, I don't think we have that correlation. But I think we could do something about it. Let me work on the developers, and I'm actually taking note on that.
There's been some cases open already for that, I think, Oscar.
Yeah,
Kisha,
it'd
you
be
mean
really
you
good,
would like to see the in this dashboard, for example, beside order number, you would like to see the invoice number that you have on the invoice template that you receive, correct?
Correct. Because you see on this report, you're seeing an invoice number, which is not the MC3 invoice number.
Yeah,
It's
you're
more
right.
like
You're right.
generating invoice number.
Yeah. I know it's been frustrating and quite a pain point for many, because then we request you to pay an invoice number based on the invoice number, but you see the transaction number. So sometimes if you have hundreds of transactions, it's not easy to understand. I completely agree with you. This is one of the weakness we've been fighting for to get the platform to display it.
I'm assuming it's two different databases and it's just a matter of linking the database, but sometimes it's not as simple as we say.
No, it's not a database. Let's say it's not a database. To be clear with you, the number you see, order number, is a database. The number you see in your invoice number is a calculated field. So it's quite a challenge to have both aligned. So except if I'm wrong, Oscar, some requests have been done to the developers. So I know it's already like open message to them. But we will enforce with Oscar because I completely get your point that it is not seamless and easy at this point.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Because just a simple note, Boris. If you look at the top right section where you have an invoice number, no, that's not the invoice number.
You're right.
No, yeah. This is actually the transaction number. I believe on our this is the invoices right here. This is a demo environment, but I believe on our environment it says transaction number. If you take a look at the official MC3 website, it says transaction number, because there is transaction numbers. This is the general codes that the platform generates for every transaction, and then the transaction generates an invoice. But I totally agree with you, and as Boris mentions, I agree with you. It definitely creates some confusion, because then you have, for example, you have order number 182, but then maybe this is linked to transaction 544. And which is the invoice. So it actually doesn't make sense. I completely agree. Especially from a financial perspective, I understand your concern. So
well, I mean, I know what you guys are looking into, but I just needed to raise that here to see if anything was being done. So until that is resolved, then we'll continue doing what we need to do to match them back.
Okay. Count on us to promote your request, because it's a general request.
Yes, definitely. And well, with that, I don't know if there's any other questions.
Well, maybe let's approach the cost of this service, because this is a service we offer. So the service cost, as you have maybe seen, and sorry, Oscar, for disclaiming what you did, but is $70 per month. This is averagely more or less the market's price mark. We are quite under for some. I know some offer it, but we've seen some very nice things offer for zero, but that doesn't work or that doesn't offer this level of implementation that we offer. There is a price mark, but honestly, I think it's very reasonable due to the extension of market you can expect and to the better experience that your customer will also have. It also comes with a very low technical investment, because some platforms pretend for free, but when you look at the investment you have to do in maintenance, the investment you have to do because you need to host, to pay the hosting sometime, because you need to have an IT person just managing the catalog, just managing the subscription, just managing everything. There, honestly, the price mark is very reasonable. And this is a monthly payment based on an annual. The good news today for those who are in the room, and we have your names, is that we will offer you the first month for free. So you will be charged, but with a credit just behind for the first months that you apply the offer. This leaves you time to set up your environment, to have your logo, to make some tries and see things. But that doesn't stop here. What we offer you is an onboarding experience. And believe me, yes, it's easy, but it's always better to have someone in the room who has been through the pain before you. And we've been through, believe us, we've been through a way bigger pain than that, because when we first set up our first CSP thing, we didn't know anything about it. So what we offer you is also our experience, our expertise. And for that, Oscar will be your success manager for onboarding. He will assist you with all the technical things, which are not big, but at least Oscar will provide you the how-tos, the tip and tricks, you should do this, but if you do that, you will have this implication and so on. So to avoid you from bad surprise that can come up if you don't set up properly your environment, to have the best in class shape that you offer your customer once you want to launch, and eventually help you also on the way to explain your storefront, because it's going to become yours. It's not anymore MC3 wants, it's going to become yours. And you want, as we did today, you want to expose it to your customer. You want to shine with this new tool to your customer, because you want it to be a real value added to your channel. So we will be there to help you in that. We will be there also to help you if you want to provide your own URL, meaning you need to buy a certificate. We will help you on how to identify which certificate, where to go to buy it eventually. We don't sell them, but there's a few providers on the place. Some are cheaper than others, some are very technical, some less. So we will help you on your entire journey. So I'm very enthusiastic, as you might have seen, on this new feature we offer to the channel. We have not disclosed it so far to general audience. It's only reserved to our channel. We want you to be the first to take benefit of it. Of course, that we will make an official global launch soon to any partner who doesn't yet transact with MC3 sometimes. And we have seen in other regions a big spike of increase of consumption and of net new customers coming for this kind of value. So I count on you all. The field is open. If anyone has any question, you can open your mic, you can chat, you can send email if you want something more this close to the room. I can understand. And that's it. That's it. Very seamless experience, I think. And we are very, very glad to open this to the market. So thank you once again for all the participants who've done it today with us. We hope to see you clicking anytime soon and subscribe to the Cloud Master, and we will be there to help you. The mic is open. Everybody can ask a question. Blast your questions. And thanks, Oscar, by the way, for all the time and preparation for this call.
No problem. No problem. Thanks. Thanks everyone as well from my side for joining. Look forward to your orders on this product, and hopefully we can start your journey into the Cloud Master option.
What's going to be the experience if a reseller today clicks on the option, I want to subscribe for this? What's going to happen? You will receive an email, Oscar will contact you. What is the exact path?
Yes, well, we basically received the request from the reseller when they place the order through the storefront. We're going to look into this request, and then of course we're going to contact the reseller back immediately to go over and start the onboarding procedure. As you can see right here, I'm actually just showing that on the screen. That was my last slide I wanted to show. It's very simple. All we need from you guys is one individual, just one single point of contact, a person that we can go to in terms of providing them all the information, or providing that person all the information related to the design and customization of the website, so that we can give them some guidance. And then, of course, we're going to need an email from your company's own email service, because that way our system is going to be sending emails through your own email service. And then last but not least, it's optional again, because we give you a website with our address. But again, I'm pretty sure you want your customers to see your company identity. So you definitely want to have your own domain, and you want to have a certificate, a security certificate on it. As Boris mentioned, there are some that are not that expensive in the market.
Has a question,
very importantly, with the domain, by the way, it's you can host, you can have this domain as an individual domain, like a brand new domain if you want, or you can have a subdomain of your main domain. So with that said, for example, let's say your company domain is mycompany.com. You could have something like a store.mycompany.com. So a store.mycompany.com will redirect your customers to this storefront. So that's another very good option to consider.
Yeah, if yours has a certificate attached to it, of course.
Take a look at the questions. Miguel, when the service will be launched? It's already there, buddy.
It's there. Just have a click.
just go to your storefront. If you would like some more demos, or if you have any further questions, like maybe questions that you don't want to share here, that maybe obtain or pertain basically to your specific business needs, feel free to talk to your MC3 account manager, and they will be able to coordinate a call with us. We can go through that, give you further details as you need, and then of course help you through the purchasing process if you need to. Again, right now, if you wish to already get it, all you got to do is just go to the MC3 storefront. You're going to see the Cloud Master option, or just search it over here. Search down to you, and then you're going to see these and add to the basket and proceed to the checkout. As simple as that. That's how you acquire the product. The rest, we'll take care of that. As Boris was saying, the experience is very simple. We contact you, we give you all the details, we help you with the onboarding, we help you setting up the domains, we help you setting up the security certificate, sorry. And then of course with the customization, give you some tips and tricks. If you need to do some tweaking as well, as I was telling you, maybe some coding, some basic coding, we might be able to help you a little bit with that if there's some tweaking that you might want to do. We're here to help you out, guys.
Perfect. Kisha has a question. She raised the hand.
Hi, thanks, Boris. Oscar, first thing, I mean, I love the MC3 portal. It's so simple. Adding this feature is fantastic. It gives us more independence, which I think all of us appreciate. But you guys are always still there. So I have finance question. If we wanted to purchase for the year, would there be any discount opportunities? Or should I say is there any possibility in incorporating this pricing into the products so that it doesn't come under that kind of service? I'm just asking based on, how easy is it to get it passed by our independent accounts teams to go ahead with this,
Honestly, we've set it up outside. We could effectively have, let's say, put the charge inside products, but this would have made you maybe less competitive versus your customers. And so far, this is a pure monthly billing. We offer the months, as I mentioned, we offer 3 months for all the people who will on board today. But of course, let's discuss any point you have separately, so we can eventually address the
Yeah, no, if
questions you have.
anything annual is possible, I think that would be good too, because some of us have annual expenditure for operational cost as opposed to monthly cost.
Got your message.
Really understood.
Totally understood, and we will address it with you later on. Michael Leah, sorry for the pronunciation if I'm not correct, confirming if we are able to sell to all regions or limited to LATAM. Your Microsoft indirect reseller contracts with Microsoft is limited to the LATAM region. So the same way that today, if you go on storefront, you will only have access to LATAM countries. The same goes to your storefronts. If you deploy your storefront, you will only be able to address people living in LATAM and customers with a physical address in LATAM. I am based in French West Indies, so I perfectly manage this topic. And today, Microsoft has regions. So you cannot sell, for example, I'm in French West Indies, which is a French territory, as some of you might know, but I cannot sell to France. Guess why? Because for Microsoft, Martinique, where I'm based, is not France, is LATAM. So I would love to be able to expose not only Caribbean and LATAM, but to the world. But at this point of time, Microsoft doesn't make it that easy. You would have to have a different account with Microsoft Europe, for example, if you want to address Europe. So being qualified as indirect reseller in Europe and then apply to another platform to be able to sell to those countries. So far, sorry, but no. That's the. So any other questions? Perfect. So I expect dozens of clicks today, so you can benefit from that offer. And thank you again to all the marketing team, to all the technical team, and for MC3 people to be in the audience today, because we want this project to be a success for everyone. We want you to expand yourselves, and we want to help you in that journey. So count on us, come to me, come to MC3 reps that you used to work with to have any layer of information that maybe you don't want to disclose in this call or whatever, and we will be there to assist you and to follow you in that journey. Thank you again, everyone, and have a wonderful end of week.